I am so into me, but I can learn a thing or two from you. I can weather the storm all by myself, but I'm so glad I got a total crew.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man Mario. Welcome back into another episode of Thing or Two About Life. It is the Total Podcast. I am joined by the crew, by the fam, the panelists, all lovely ladies, queens in their own rights. Don't forget, we are live tonight. If you just so happen to be catching us, please share, put it out there. Sometimes if a situation ain't for you, share it. It might be for somebody else. Just might make a new friend tonight. Don't forget to go to the email, a totalview22 at gmail.com. That is a totalview22 at gmail.com. And don't forget the website is up and running. One-stop shopping to get the audio versions of the podcast and the video versions of the podcast. And that website is
Total View at totalview22.com.
Jesus,
Yes.
get it together, people.
totalview22.com.
Lord.
Yes,
And we do this on the regular, Lord.
totalview22.com.
And I'm
I mean-
also gonna put those up in the chat as well.
Okay, she's gonna pin those in the chat. So yeah, we are live tonight. So real quick, as I told you, I am Mario. I am the proverbial mouthpiece of this here thing, but trust me, it's gonna be no lack of mouthpieces here. How are you doing, Miss Fifi?
Well, hey everybody, I'm doing great. I hope everybody enjoys tonight's show. Excuse the bloopers, but enjoy yourself. Welcome.
All right, to all my feline furry friends, we got Lady Marlena in the house. How you doing, baby girl?
Meow, meow. What's up, my people? Thanks for joining us. Bring some friends along. We would love to have them as well.
All right. And producer extraordinaire, Miss Andrea. Talk to the people.
Hey guys, just want to say thank you for joining us. I do want to send a shout out to Tripolar 10. He say, "What's up, little bruh?" I guess he was referring to you, Mario.
No. That is Tangi. And she is a girl. And hey, big sis.
I am so sorry. we have a Run Glaze that just now joined us. Hope you all enjoy the show that we bring to you guys tonight. We're going to try to keep it as real as possible. Like Mario said, share.
Okay, real quick, let me give a quick shout out to Ron Glaze and Tripolar. We all went to school together. We all grew up in the same little neighborhood.
Huh.
And yeah, so check out Ron's podcast to Wrestle With My Thoughts podcast. He out there everywhere you could get him. That is a real cool brother. So y'all check him out. And if y'all just happen to need a Facebook group to go to besides this group, which is a thing or two about life, check out Tripolar's group as well. Petty things. Join that group as well. So they out there. You know what I'm saying? Those are my peeps. So they out there. So yeah, check them all out. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And our first order of business, our first topic is Marlena. She's gonna tell us what's happening at school. What's going on in school, Marlena?
Ooh, it's been a busy week, Mario. We've had 2 back-to-back field trips, one of which was today. It was a long trip. We left at 8 this morning and got back at 6:30 this evening, and made our way home. We went to a water amusement park today, and the kids seemed to love it. And but I didn't too much care for it, but the kids loved it. we went to the Firehouse Museum on yesterday, and it was not. I don't think it was suitable for a kindergartner, but we got through it, and that was okay. What I really wanted to talk about was sometimes it's good to leave things unsaid. Well, y'all know how I like to advocate for my kids. And sometimes things get a little strong when I'm advocating for them. So one of my little girls who's been doing really well, she's been on fire, answering questions, her class participation, her writing skills are up. She's doing really, really well. Well, we have this incentive program where they earn points for prizes. But for some reason, there was a mix-up, and when we went to the what we call the dojo store to get prizes for the kids, they give her some Play-Doh, and I'm like, how does she get some Play-Doh? I mean, she's got over 100 dojo points, and y'all gonna give her some fucking Play-Doh?
Play-Doh.
But the word fucking came out of my mouth, and I didn't even realize I said it.
Oh, you said that around the kids?
Oh, around the kids. Bad influence.
No. And I don't think the kids hurt me because I was just a bit away from them. Because she had come out. I was actually like kind of in the hallway with the ones that was coming out with their stuff, and I went inside, and when I saw what she had, I went inside because I wanted to talk to the director of the dojo store, because it wasn't good to me that she did all of this work and got all these points, and she's getting some Play-Doh. So I don't think that the kids actually hurt me. But when I was talking to the adults, they were like, "Grandma, you know what you just said?" I'm like, "What?" You said we gave her some effing Play-Doh. And I'm like, I apologize because I'm like, well, I didn't realize that I had said that, But, there I go, me strongly advocating for my kids. But that's what I do. Give her something good. Give her, a jewelry play set, or, LOL doll, or something that, that's worth her work, But there I go, my big mouth.
There you go with your big mouth influencing them damn kids. But I'm pretty sure that's something that they have heard at home before.
Yes.
All right. Well, there you have it. That is what's happening in school. All right. So let's get
almost over.
All right. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Did someone just come in?
Miss Donetta.
Hey, Didi.
Hey, so introduce yourself to the people we live, Miss Donetta, before we jump into these shenanigans. You came in just in time.
I'm Dianetta. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, Dianetta is the resident, mama of the show that keep us all on track sometimes. She tried to anyway. All right, so this is a topic of discussion that we decided to go with today on this particular show. So, Miss Andrea, could you care to put that out there for the people, please?
So, of course, we're all in various groups here on Facebook. So, another group that I'm in, there was a discussion about putting your kids out the house. The question is it was it wrong to put a child out the house between the ages of 16 and 20 for being disrespectful? So my response to it was yes, I would put a child out. Most definitely would, and hopefully out there, since that's where they want to be, by being disrespectful to me, um, once they learn their lesson, then maybe then they can come back home. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Well, real quick, I just want to say thank you, my sixth grade teacher, Miss Ostel. Back then, she was Miss Dennis is watching, so I'll try to keep it right tonight because my teacher watching.
Because your teacher
She
watching.
must don't know about you.
Yeah.
She must don't know about you.
She must know. Hey, teacher.
I think that as far as the rules go, as far as how we see kids and treat kids these days have definitely changed, because if we're being perfectly honest, we let our kids get away with way more disrespectful stuff than we could ever get away with our parents. I mean, that's just the God honest truth. The whole sucking their teeth and stumping off and questioning you about stuff, who see kids who you talking to on the phone, because I know my son Drayden does it, you know what I mean? And when we were coming up, you wouldn't dare, I'm talking about dare, ask your mom who she was talking to on the phone. So if it gets to the point where it's ultra disrespectful, especially I've seen this between mamas and daughters, once a girl hit a certain age and she started smelling herself and feeling herself, those two women can't coincide in the same house together, because it seems like it's war all the time. And the same thing when a boy starts feeling himself, he feel like, oh, my daddy can't tell me what to do. But the difference between us and them, these kids don't have the skills to pay no bills. So if you put them out, where the fuck are they going? What they gonna do?
Go stay over them badass friends' house you like to hang out with. That's what you do. But you coming up out of here. I know.
Well,
I
go ahead, Miss Donna.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cross you. Go ahead and finish your idea, baby.
No. I was just saying that like what she said, right? That you can go stay with your friends, but a lot of times those friends make things seem like it is what it ain't over there at their house. And you be thinking that's where your landing pad is, and then you realize you ain't got no damn place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I disagree with you there, because I've had that to happen. And she did have a landing pad, and the parent at that other house didn't mind her coming there to stay. I called her to talk to her woman to woman, parent to parent. And she said, well, it doesn't seem like you all are getting along. And I said, by whose standards? Well, you're a little bit more stricter than I am. So I told her that she could come over here and stay. I said, without discussing that with me. Now, mind you, this was a foster child. She was getting ready to age out anyway. So she was going to get out. But she was like months away from aging out. And I said, well, you know what? We can try to help you speed that up and emancipate you if that's what you want. And she didn't stay up there. Well, yes, she did. She ran away from my house and she went over there. And she pretty much had to run to doing what she wanted to do, because see, she was still underage and she wanted to date somebody who was 27 years old. And that was not allowed with me. And you had a curfew and you had chores to do. You had responsibilities, and I still expected for you to go to school. That was too much for her to do, because she was a woman. And she had proven to her man that she was a woman. And he was in the military, so I called his commanding officer. So I stopped that right there. But what she did when she went over to her girlfriend's house was fine. I didn't. I told her, I said, you come and get your clothes, and you can go, and she did. I was like, because ain't but one woman in this house, and it's me. Ain't but one boss in this house, and that's me.
That's
And
right.
since she couldn't go by my rules and regulations, then it was over. It was over. So there are other parents that are willing to take in other people's children when they don't get along with it. I don't agree with that, but that's just the way it is. Because so not only have some of the kids have changed, parenting has changed.
Parenting has definitely changed.
I couldn't even go to the movies with somebody without my mama meeting their parents. I want to meet their mama. We went. My brothers too. That really bothered them. But I couldn't go on a date without my mom's. If he was driving, he had to show his driver's license and he had to show his insurance. And I did my girls the same way. They didn't like it, but so what? That was my rules.
Yeah, and this is one of them things where I wish Miss Austell would have jumped on the podcast, and she could definitely tell us, since she's been teaching forever, how parenting has changed. Because I would imagine from when she first started teaching to when she stopped teaching, she saw a definite shift in parenting as far as how we treat our kids. And I say this all the time, and I'm not without fault. We work so hard and we spoil them so much. They don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? Well, let me just say some of them, but a lot of times it's just not the same. You got a lot of kids that like to go out there and get them a little job, but most of the time, as I told y'all the other night, most kids' way of earning money is just to come to you and put their hands out.
Yes.
So if you can't be respectful when somebody's going out there busting their ass to make sure you stay in these houses, because these houses and rent and mortgages are expensive. Most of us work so much you can't even enjoy your patios, your sunrooms, you ain't never there to enjoy the shit.
No, it's the kids that are there to enjoy it all.
Yes, right. That's what I say. It's the kids who benefits from you having a good house and stuff, because you ain't. And then when you are there, you too tired to do anything.
Right.
So
right.
If you can't be respectful, you gotta go, and that's a hard pill to swallow, because we love our kids. Even when they 35, we still call them our baby and stuff. So we love them, but at the same time, you can't let somebody that you love take advantage of you.
Right.
You just can't do it. How you feeling about this, Felicia?
Well, me myself, disrespectful. It depends on the disrespect. If you have a disrespectful mouth, more than likely I could deal with that. But if you have sex in my house, I'm charging hotel fees and you gotta go.
So you don't have a problem with them being verbally disrespectful?
I mean, I do, but that's, for me, I wouldn't put them out for that.
I mean, at a certain point where they're constantly being disrespectful to you, not. So what are we supposed to do? Just continue to sit there and take it? Are we supposed to be their friends, or are we supposed to be their parents?
I'm not gonna be the friend. Never gonna be the friend. Now there is only so much I'm gonna take, but when it starts off with the disrespect, you ain't got no job, guess what? Now you about to pay for where you gonna stay. Because if you can't pay for where you gonna stay, then baby, you gotta go. And normally the kids like to get a job. So okay, then once you get a job, now here's a bill. Let's pay this. And I want it all paid on time. I don't want no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing because you got mouth. Then after that, okay, you want to keep it up? Then yeah, definitely. Yeah, you got to go. Because I can only take so much.
All right. I'll say this, then we'll let Marlena get a chance to chime in on this. No one wants to feel like you busting your ass to take care of a house and pay all these bills, and then when you come home, you get no respect in the one place you're supposed to get respect, and you leaving on the outside world to come home to chaos and a disrespectful kid. It's only so much of that you could take, no matter how much you love them. You don't want to feel like you the prisoner in your own home, or you the stepchild or the pauper in your own home. You know what I mean? How you feel about that, Marlena?
Um, the one thing I can say about my son, who's 10 years older than my daughter, there was very minimal times that he was combative with me, but when he was really hot-headed, he knew how to take his leave, and he knew he had better take his leave. And when he took his leave, he did have another haven that he would go to, but when he was good, he would come back. But the thing um, about it was, he knew when he came back, he would come correct. My daughter, I really didn't have any issues with her being disrespectful, except for just one time we had a really, really big powwow, and I put her out to her daddy's house because I'm just not, my son, he's a boy and he can probably handle the streets a little bit better. So wherever he went, but not my daughter. Now, my daughter, when we had our really, really big powwow, I put her out to her daddy's house, but she was soon to find out that it was very different down there than it was at my house, because there were other kids and she had to share things and and she had to do things differently there, because at my house there was nobody there but me and her and my son, and she could maneuver and get things done and not have to share time like for the bathroom and stuff like that, like she did down at her daddy's house. And when she wanted to come back, I'm like, no, you need to stay a little bit longer. Mom, I'm ready to come home. No. And then she had her daddy to call me. No, she needs to stay a little bit longer, because she needs to know, how to appreciate what goes on here. And I'm not going to tolerate, being disrespected. So she hurt my feelings, and as a daughter and a mother's relationship should not be that way. So, she ain't coming back yet. And that one big powwow was the end of that. When she came back, she had sense.
So, in Marlena, in your general sense of you being around kids, and I know they smaller kids, but just your general sense, does it seem like kids value the bond or the respect or the opinion of their parents as like they once did, or do they friends hold more weight with their words than the parents do these days? How you feel about
that? That totally depends on parenting skills, I think. It depends on how you execute things with your child. Some of these parents think what their children say is cute. They let them get by with that stuff. They let them get by with saying everything. So, some of these little kids that come, I work in the school that's from pre-K to second grade. And some of them kids talk to their parents like they grown. And the parents act like it's normal.
Yeah.
They let them get by with it. And it's just, and I'm like, what? You don't let her say that. You don't let her do that. You don't let her get by with that. And they can be talking to another adult. Come on, I'm ready to go. I'm like, little girl, little boy, who you talking to? I'm like, couldn't be me, couldn't be mine.
And that's what I was saying. So let me ask Andrea, since Andrea got like a high schooler and stuff like that, do you find that they love to tell you like they want to do this or they want to do that, but they love to say, well, Tisha mama let her do this, or Tisha mama let her do that, or Tisha said this? They be talking like those kids got 40 years of life experience. Do you find that your daughter, teenager, when they were like teenagers, say stuff like that?
Well, I'll say this, the one that's still in high school, she know I ain't playing it. But the one that's above her that just graduated last year, yeah, I went through that little era with her, and she's always would always try to compare what the other kids' mama would let them do. I'm not them. They're not my kids. I'm not their parents, and you're not them. So what's gonna happen is you have to do what I say in this house. If I say you can't go, you can't go. That's it. Point blank. No, I mean, but and that's the only one that I truly had the problems with. And yes, she, even to this day, she still feels that her friends' words are more valuable than mine. And so I'm to that point where, okay, well, you just go on out there and do what you do. And when you get in trouble, make sure you call your friends. Make sure you call them. Make sure they come and get you from wherever you at. Make sure they save your ass. Because when I try to tell you the truth about what the world is really like, you didn't want to listen. See, and they tend to forget that we've already been where they're trying to come from.
Yep.
All the little games and stuff that they play, we played those with our parents. We've been there, we've done that. All your only responsibilities right now is to sit down, shut the fuck up, go to school, and listen and do as I say. That's all the fuck you have to worry about. That's it. And do whatever little chores around here. If you got your little job, you go to work. That's it. That's all I need you to do.
Well,
I didn't play them games with my parents. My parents whoop your ass.
I got a 25-year-old that's she feels that way. Her friends' opinions and what they got to say holds more weight. And I have actually went there and said, well, what have they done in life? Not a damn thing. They don't even know how to wipe their own ass properly. They don't run their own drawers, but you gonna listen to them? You go right ahead it's to the point of where I felt like Andrea, because when she's in trouble and she needs some help, I tell her, ask your friends. She'll call me, I ain't answering. She'll text me and say, Ma, why you not answering the phone? I text her back because you got friends that you listen to. Keep listening to them. I got a life. And she gets mad and then say, well, I don't want to talk to you no more. Okay, fine. I don't care. You need me before I'm going to need you, little girl.
Right. And see, that's the thing that they don't realize. We going to keep on moving forward. You're trying to get where we are. And you're still in the age of where you're dependent on us. Right now, if I need something, I just can't do it. Yes, I'm gonna call my dad. I'm still dependent on my dad for certain little things, but I take care of my own for the most part of it. But for them being teenagers, you're still dependent on mama.
Yep. And like I said, they got an unrealistic expectations of what other people on the other side of that door are willing to do for them. It's just unrealistic. Oh, I can go stay here and I can go stay there. And like Miss Dinetta said, you do got other parents that'll sign off on it and then want to look at you like you doing something wrong. They can't understand that, oh, yes, I'm not going to let this person run my household. But they look at you like you must be the worst parent ever because you decided that I don't want this tyranny in my house. I want peace of mind. And as the older we get, we all understand peace of mind is priceless. Yeah. I mean, you can't put no price on that. So
what about these teenagers who want to have overnight guests who are of the opposite sex? Man, I definitely don't have that in my house. I never did.
No.
But my girls had friends who parents didn't have a problem with it. My boyfriend can stay over anytime he wants. Really?
Oh, that ain't supposed to happen.
No.
Not in my house.
I'm barely tolerating you.
That's definitely not gonna happen.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm barely tolerating you. Right. You think somebody else is coming over here?
Right. I'm barely tolerating you. and you gonna want somebody else? I think not.
No. No, did somebody else just come in? Oh, I think that was my man.
Leon.
Yeah, what's up, Lee Jack?
What to say?
Hey, Leon.
Hello.
Leon is in the building.
Uh,
So
yeah,
we're gonna give you a chance
yeah.
to answer this, Leon. If you got a kid aged between 16 and 20, do you think it's wrong to put them out for being disrespectful?
Oh hell no! They if they disrespectful, they must have a place to stay.
You knew what he was gonna say from the beginning.
Just saying, if you gonna be disrespectful to me, you must have a place to live. Other than
Exactly.
in my house, because only somebody that's gonna be disrespectful in my house is me, because I'm paying all the bills, not you.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We were taught we pay the cost to be the boss.
Right, most definitely.
Yep. And Lord knows in today's world, that goddamn cost has skyrocketed. So it costs a whole lot to be the boss now.
Right.
Right. So that smart mouth, all of that extra stuff, it ain't happening.
I wish my mortgage was about $500. That was the good days then.
Oh man, the good old days.
Oh yeah.
Well, you
Just
know,
imagine, we thought that shit was high.
I think when the children don't clean up the house, they don't do their chores, I think that's disrespectful too. So I can say that my kids got disrespectful. They didn't want to clean up the 3-bedroom house. So I made them little son of a something's suffer. I moved out the 3-bedroom house, got rid of some of everything, and moved us into a 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh wow.
And they was so mad because I went and got it without them. And then when it came time to move and we got there, they was like, well, where's our bedrooms? I was like, for what? You don't keep it clean. Well, where's my bed? For what? You don't keep it together.
Oh,
Why
wow.
ain't got no closet? For what? You don't clean up nothing, so you don't deserve nothing.
I'm just gonna go on record and say that might have been taking it one step too far. That's punishing me too. That's the going to a 1-bedroom. That's punishing me too.
I mean, y'all.
I would at least did 2 bedrooms.
Yes, at least 2 bedrooms, because that's punishing me too.
They were 17 and 18. They were ready to go. So I made it so you gonna be uncomfortable. Get your own shit.
Well, nothing makes a person want to leave like not having your own room.
Not even having a bed to sleep in.
Well, they prepared and stuff. They've got themselves together. And the one that I was really making that point to, the main one, oh yeah, she moved out.
I would have too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I want.
You didn't leave them no choice, but that was, I guess, that's what your intention was. That was a good thing.
Yes, that was my intention. You don't want to clean up. You don't want to do nothing. And see, I'm that parent where before you turn 18, whatever money you have, that's yours when you're with me. I spend my money. You don't spend yours. So you had plenty of money. You can get the hell out.
Well, I guess you did put them out, move into a 1-bedroom. So with that being said, let's switch gears real quick. Felicia, tell us about this particular question that you had that I thought was a nice talking point.
So you know how when you're in the dating scene and you meet someone, if they have children, they say they're a package deal. And if you got children, you're a package deal. And you get together and you got to take care of those children. Everyone has to take care of those children because you're in a relationship. Okay, so you wind up having a child, an extra child or children by that individual. So my question is, once you guys break up and you come to visit or bring things for your children, do you have to bring something for every child in the house, even though you're no longer together? So does that package deal still exist, even though you're not together? How is this supposed to work? Because you got some people who feel like, when it's the woman and she's coming, and the man is coming to bring the children things to her home. The woman feels like, well, you got to bring something for all the children. If you can't bring something for all, then don't bring nothing for one. Me, myself, I don't think that's right. Who's to say they can always afford it? And why should you force that on the person? So that's a couple of questions all in one.
You want to jump in on that, Leon?
Wow, that's a lot of questions to be asking all at one time. Let's see. Should you have to bring that? Was that the first question? Should you have to bring something for
all the kids?
All the children.
For
Broken up. Do you have to, when you're bringing something for your children, do you have to bring something for all the children?
That's a touchy situation. If you had been doing things for the other kids all the time, and you continue to do stuff for them, and then after you had your child with that person, and y'all ain't no longer together, if you was bringing the kids something, then hey, continue to do that, because that only shows that you ain't holding no ill wills towards the kids. But if you decide not to bring the other kids something, that would be more like saying, hey, they got a daddy. Why they daddy ain't bringing them stuff or doing stuff for them? But I mean, I would continue to bring stuff for the kids if I was in that situation.
And what if you got to the point of where you couldn't afford to bring something for all the children?
Then I would tell them, hey, look, tell them and their mama, hey, I can't keep doing what I'm doing because right now I ain't got it. Maybe when I start back getting what I was getting, have the financial means to do what I was doing, then maybe I'll go back to doing that. But as of right now, y'all can cancel that. It ain't happening right now.
See, and that's where that question comes in, so there are a lot of women who feel like, well, if you can't bring something for all of them, then you can't bring anything for yours.
So let me just throw this in there, Dad. What if you know that the other fathers, you're just absent altogether, and you're the only person that's truly been in their lives?
Right. That's why I said if I was doing it, I'm gonna continue to do it because that's all they know. I'm all they know. But if it comes to the point where, hey, I can't do it like I was doing it like I was doing, I'm gonna let them know, hey, look, I can't keep doing it like I was doing it because right now I ain't financially stable. I ain't right there. But maybe when I start back to getting to being to where I was, and then it'll start back up. But as of right now, hey, I can't do it.
Can I interject just a little bit here?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hell no. Hell no.
That was more than an interjection.
It really was.
I'm saying
It's one hell of an interjection.
Listen, because you made bad life choices with the guys before me, I shouldn't have to pay for that. Right? Because if me and the kids develop some type of bond, right? If I'm doing little stuff, like if I come to take my daughter out or son out and take them to the playground and stuff like that, yeah, I'll continue to do that stuff because they brothers and sisters. But it's not my job to inherently, like, if I'm going to take my child school shopping, I ain't got to take the four of them to school shopping. And once again, it depends on how many goddamn kids it is too now.
Right.
That's what I was saying, because there are women that feel like, well, if you can't do for all, then you can't do for yours either, and that's not fair.
If that woman is taking that particular position, I chose wrong from the get-go. That's probably why we ain't together anyway. If you know what I'm saying, because I chose wrong. You shouldn't penalize me for being a stand-up guy taking care of my kid, but I won't take care of the three other kids because those dudes aren't stand-up kids. So you making me take care of their responsibilities and mad at me because I won't do what they should be doing? Yes,
there are women out here like that. And I say that because when I found this particular topic in another group. And the women called me crazy because I said, well, what if the man can't afford it? And what if it's a woman and the man has the children? What if she can't afford it all the time? So you're telling them that they can't take care of their own children because they can't take care of all of the children.
But part of not being with somebody is not seeing them and all that type of stuff. Let's say you get into a new relationship and you explaining to this woman, she said, I thought you only got one kid with her. But yet and still, every time you go get that kid, you got 4 others with you too. That's her kids. While she off doing whatever, you taking care of her kids. Once we're done, them are not my kids. I don't mean to sound cold, but that's the harsh reality of it all. Like let's say, Andrea, we flip it around. Let's say for whatever reason, and we ain't got to go into the reason that your ex, had your kids, right? But he went and had 2 other kids. So when you went to get your kids, every time you getting your kids, you getting those 2 too?
Yes, that's my point right there. Because the women like to do that to the men. What about the other way around?
If I had developed a bond with those children and things like that, yeah, I would go ahead and especially if we just hanging out doing whatever. Yes, yes, I would go ahead and get them too. Because guess what? And the reason being is whatever the problems that he and I are having don't have shit to do with them damn kids.
Now, what if you never got to bond with those children, but you know of those children? I mean, you know they're there. And what if he says, well, if you're going to bring something for one, you got to bring something for them all. And you don't even have a bond with them. You ain't never met these kids. You just seen them. You know of them.
If it's in a situation that I've never even met your children, then that's a whole total different ball game. If I've never met your children, then hey, what you expect for me to do? And there's nothing I can do because I don't know anything that they like. I don't know what they like to do. So no, I can't do this. Okay. If I never met them, don't have any type of bond, we ain't never spoke, said hi, cat, dog, whatever, then no, I'm sorry.
How you feel about this, Marlena?
I didn't even do it with my own kids. When Kmart had that blue light special on the boys' shorts for the end of the summer, and them shorts was 99 cents, and I'm going to upsize them so he'll have them for the next year, I'm going to get 12 pairs of shorts, and if they're on sale, yeah. So my daughter didn't get it because they didn't have no sale for her stuff, or most of the time when it was time for school, yes, they both got things. On holidays, they both got things, but for the most part after that, it was by need, and my daughter's shoes wore out or her shoes got too little or whatever, or she gained weight or whatever, then she needed more clothes then that's what she got. If my son stays stable, with his weight and his size, then and he kept his things decent, and he didn't need anything, then he didn't get anything extra, unless it was just something I saw like maybe you'll like that, I'll pick it up or whatever. But I didn't even do it with my own kids. So no, I don't think that you should be obligated to, but if I'm in a relationship with someone and they have kids that I've grown to have a relationship with, yeah, I'm going to continue to do things for them, but maybe not to the degree of how I used to, because now we were living together. Now we're living separate. Our bills are not the same, or whatnot. And so the income is different, so no, I'm not going to do things to the degree that I did, but certainly I'm not going to forget about them.
Okay. I look at it like this, right? And I know we were asking a general question and trying to make it black and white, but there's so many other little X factors that kind of go into this Because if he broke up with you, and let's say he was cheating on you or whatever, and you go over there and he got his kids, and you see that he with the new woman and he treating that woman a way that he didn't treat you, doing all the things that he should have did with you, you're gonna feel some type of way about that. And then so that's gonna trickle down to you saying, I am not watching them goddamn kids. You know what I mean? It just a lot of other stuff go into it other than would you do it or would you not do it?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, if he's in a total other relationship, then at that point, I'm sure he wouldn't even be asking you to do anything for his kids at that point.
It's not that they just ask you to do it. Just would you do it on
organically?
Because this is something that
would you not want any of the other children to feel left out? Because you can only afford, say for instance, you can only afford at this moment to take care of your children. You can't afford to.
If I can only afford to take care of my children, that's what I'm going to do. If I can
I will say that's a no-brainer. If you can only afford to do it, even if you could afford to, some things are you gotta cut the line at some point, because at some point you're gonna move on. They're gonna move on. If you keep blurring the lines, how is the new person gonna feel about this too? So it's one of them type of things. Is do you trying to keep peace over here in this household? And as men, we've done that. When you move with the new person and you got the older person, but you got a kid by the person, it's a delicate balancing act between trying to keep your household right over here, but still, you got a daughter over there. And then it depends on if that's a good woman and she trying to cause confusion, even though she don't want you no more. But some women like to play them little games to try to fuck up your household. So it's one of them type of things where you have to find a good way to try to balance that out. And sometimes
hold up, player. Men do that shit too.
No. Yes, they do. I was just using it for the women. And sometimes we overlook it. Sometimes the person that you get with, you don't like her badass kids, so it make it easy for me not to do shit for them.
Well, see, in that group that I got this from, it was a majority of women that said it don't matter if we broke up or not. I was a package deal. I'm still a package deal. He cannot.
No, you're not.
No.
They said to me,
once you enter a relationship.
No.
When you're
once you break up, you're no longer a package deal. There's no more package.
No, we're no more package.
Crazy.
There's no more package if I break up. So you're not obligated to do anything for his kids.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's no more package.
That's your individual choice of how you deal with that and how you handle that and how you feel about that. But you're not obligated to do a darn thing after y'all break up, because there's no more package.
See, that's how I feel. But they called me crazy for it. They called me crazy because I said, nah.
Well, they can call me whatever they want to. If I can't afford to do it and I don't want to do it and I don't feel like that I should do it, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
Sometimes if we're being completely honest, even when y'all together, sometimes that's a delicate line to walk dealing with the other person's kids. Even when y'all together, because some people don't want you saying shit to their kids. You know what I mean? So it's a hard thing, even if y'all in love. Miss Donetta, how you feeling about this?
Well, I think if you have a relationship with the children, I wouldn't go to the extent that I would have gone to if we were together. But it all depends on how the breakup started.
Yep.
There are a lot of like you said earlier, there's a lot of parameters there.
Mm-hmm.
But there have been some that I've just cut everybody off. The daddy, the children, everybody.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, you don't want to deal with nobody.
I'll say it like this. This has been my experience with it. Okay, I have 4 children, 3 baby daddies. My ex-husband, the kids, they pretty much, all of them, Jacoby, Asian Pooh, they pretty much call him dad too, because I was with him the longest. Now, he does take care of our daughter, but if my other kids were to call him and say, Dad, XYZ, he does it for them. They don't reach out to their fathers. They would call him before they called their own.
Okay, I get
And
that.
that's pretty much how it's always been. Now, he's not obligated to do that. He's not obligated to do it at all. But some people just have those hearts where, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna still continue on to do what it is that I do. But it's strictly up to your choice of whether you want to continue to be a part of those children's lives or not.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
I had a situation where my son was playing football and met this lady, and her son played football, with my son. And now we wasn't in no situation or nothing like that, but some people use you, like, you get to cool with their kids and stuff like that. Like if I get my son a pair of cleats, I will get him a pair of cleats. And some women will use you, and I'm just using women as the thing because I know men do this too. But will use the kid as bargaining chips and shit to make you do things because they know you got a soft spot for the kids.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, those are manipulated.
Yep. So it's a fine line. So Andrea, let me ask you this question, Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that sexual chemistry is important in a committed relationship?
That is important. What a bullshit is that? See, that's one of the questions. That's
Now we about to go off the rails with that question.
Came off his dome, So let me ask, and then let me start with Andrea on this. See, that's where you be getting in trouble at.
Uh-oh.
Y'all know good and well there's plenty of women who say, long as he bringing that money, I don't give a damn what else he doing.
Man, I don't want to have with somebody that I don't have some type of chemistry with. You can do other things, but that no.
So y'all making it seem like this is a crazy question outside the realm of possibility.
No, it's
because I feel like there's some shit. Me personally, I feel like there's some shit that you just thought of real quick. But go ahead.
Oh wow.
Considering the fact that I did not, it is actually on the question list. But
I don't have the questions on.
Okay, Miss Dianetta, what was your thoughts on this?
It's not a crazy question because, believe it or not, there are a lot of people who feel that way.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't happen to be one of them. In order for me to have some kind of committed relationship with you, yeah, we gotta have some sexual chemistry.
Yes, Lord, yes.
It may not be. I'm trying to see how I can put this. Their sexuality may not be as great as mine, or mine may not be as great as theirs, but we gotta have some sexual chemistry some kind of way.
Some kind of way.
We'll work it out in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the comment that you made, as long as they got the money, and that ain't gonna last.
As long as they got the money, that means that person just paying for it. She just getting paid. She's a lady of the night.
Guess what though? He can have the money. He can actually love. Let's say if you took the money out of it and love was there. All people who are in love aren't sexually. The sexual chemistry is not at an all-time high. They love each other.
True. That's true.
When I go in, she back up. You know what I'm saying? So it don't make it.
Yeah.
Always good. They got true love for each other, but the sexual chemistry is not there.
That's why I always constantly say, y'all hear me say it a lot, you have to look out. You have to look farther than just the sex. What are we gonna have when the sex is over with?
I'm probably gonna watch. What kind of conversation are we gonna have?
Right. trying to get this stuff.
But in your sexual prime, and I'm speaking straight to Leon here. In your sexual prime, especially as men, we never think that our sexual thing is gonna be over with. Do y'all think like that? That one day you gonna be done with sex? As men, we never think like that. If we done with sex, something has went wrong physically.
Hell no, I don't think I'm gonna be done with sex. Is you crazy?
Okay, so but you just said that. What are we gonna do when the sex is over? When you plan to be done with it?
A vagina never shuts down, so no.
And you're speaking with ladies who are still in their prime. Let me speak as an older person.
Okay.
We do realize that there is some limitation,
Okay.
but we work it out. You never forget that feeling. You don't ever get to that point where you don't want that. You may not be as proficient as you used to be, and you may not want it as often as you used to be. But believe me, there are some times that you do want it.
Okay.
And we realize that at some point in our life, it may be a time when we don't even want it no more. Because I do know some people that are like that. I don't happen to be at that point yet, thank God. But I think we're more in tune with the limitations of sexuality than men are. And the reason I say that is because when my husband and I was 5 years older than my husband, when we first got married, he said, if I ever get to the point that I can't do it, I'm gonna put a bullet to my head. So
I ain't going that damn far.
Right.
So when he got to the point as he got older and the cancer, was really getting to him, and he had to have some chemical help to get him hard, I went and got a bullet from a friend, and I said, "Are you ready for this now?" And he looked at me. I said, "Remember 20-some years ago, you told me whenever that thing don't work no more, you was gonna put a bullet to your head, so here's the bullet." And it took him to realize that was a stupid thing for him to say. Right. Because men stay fertile forever. I mean, they can make babies until in their 80s and 90s because it's a proven medical fact.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. And that's why I say, okay, what you just said, y'all have heard me ask this before. Like you said, some women get to the point where they don't need it no more. And say you're in a relationship with a man. When you're done with it, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to leave y'all at that point?
No. A woman is still supposed to please her man. Now that's just the way I feel. But others may feel something else. Marlene was gonna say something. Go ahead, Marlene.
Go ahead, Marlene.
When are women done with it?
She just said she knows some women who have said that they just don't want it no more. She said that's not her, but she knows some women who are.
They don't want it no more because of something physical.
They just don't want to have sex no more.
Yeah.
And each one, and I know several, and in each one of those cases, yeah, they got side chicks.
Well, I'm fresh, so so even when I don't feel horny or whatever anymore, I still want to feel it, rub up behind.
No. You about to say you still want to what? You changed the F word out for feel it.
Right.
I heard it.
I mean,
we
I
got
still
you.
want
Still
to feel
want to
something.
feel it.
I still want to feel something.
Yes.
I still want to feel something. I still want to be caressed. I want you to nudge that thing up behind my booty and stuff.
There you go. Tell it.
I still want some sexual activity, even if the act ain't there.
You know what? I applaud you for your honesty. You know what I mean? Because it's not just older people. Y'all will be amazed that people who haven't hit 50s or 60s or something feel that they're done with sex. I'm telling you, it's not an old
Bump and
thing.
grind. Can we bump and grind even though ain't nothing bumping? You know? Can we grind even though we ain't grinding for nothing? You know?
I mean, I would want to think that I'm still percolating.
I don't see
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong with that at
I
all.
mean,
I may not do that. You know, when they used to, I don't know about if y'all remember it. I know Marlena does, when they used to have the coffee percolator on top of the stove, and you see that coffee coming up to the top to the glass. I still want to think that I'm popping it like it's hot up there.
yeah.
But,
It might not be, but I want to
might
act
not
like
be,
it is.
but I'm trying.
Damn head.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm gonna hump till the day I die. I'm gonna die humping. If I'm 96, 97, 98, 99, I hope to be still humping the day I die.
Think about it. Okay,
I'm
so
going to be humping.
all of us have been to dances, and we've
Mhm.
been to dances where they have older people. Have you ever noticed when older people get up there to dance, especially the women, the first thing they get to doing is hunching up and humping and kind of, they still won't do that thing. It may be to the air. But they want to hunch. They want to hump on something.
You ain't seen that. Oh, I know y'all done seen this on TikTok or somewhere where that old grandma get up there and she spread her legs, she stick her butt out.
Thank you.
And
Thank y'all for the visuals. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, ain't no worse than you talking about.
Yeah, there's also an older
Ain't no
lady
worse than you
that's
talking
on
about that old
TikTok
ass
that got a
woman
red and black.
with them perky titties.
Hey,
Yeah.
them titties were perky. She, like I said, I think she was like, if I had to guess, I'll say about 160. So she was old. So, but she had perfect titty because she had a breast job. Her skin was wrinkled all up. She, you be saying, I think she alive, but she had a perfect set of titties. Just perfect. Yeah, I was like, wow. So, Leon, is sexual chemistry important to you in a committed relationship?
Damn right it gotta be. Cause I want to do something strange for a little change in this relationship.
All right.
I'm still be knocking them down when I'm 9. I'm gonna knock them down. Knock them down.
Damn right.
Because when you're with a person, sex don't supposed to feel like a chore.
No,
It's
it's not.
You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to
Never
feel like
a chore.
you want it, I want it, spontaneous. I don't want to say Tuesday night at 6:30. That's when we'll do it. What? No.
But you do have those people that do schedule sex like that though.
Yes.
A lot of people do schedule sex because they have such busy lives. It's a sad thing, but they trying to make it fit in where it can because they have such busy lives. But praise the Lord, I ain't never had a life like that.
Man, if my life gets that busy to where I got to schedule a day for sex,
not that I had to schedule sex.
We doing it 3-4 times that day.
Oh Lord.
I mean, for real though, because it's nothing like that spontaneity. Like when a woman in the kitchen cooking, for some reason that shit do something to me. Like when she could just be fiddling with the pots and pans. There's something about her being in that kitchen turned around where you just want to creep up on her like you're a tiger in the woods, just creeping up on an antelope or something. It's just something about it.
Mario,
I want to schedule that.
Mario, you know what? I happen to like that scenario. I loved it when I was cooking and my man would come up behind me and he would caress me or rub up against me or whatever. And I don't know if the kitchen has something to do with it. The smell of food has something to do with it. But
all of it. The heat from the oven, the stove, whatever.
My baby cooking, or the thought of my baby cooking me something to eat. My baby love me because she ain't ready to feed me or what. I don't know what the deal is. But it's something about that kitchen.
It's something about that kitchen. All we know is something gonna get ate. We know that.
Maybe
well, all right.
Let me jump in here for a minute. I just want to say good evening to all of you guys that are watching us right now. This is just us going live, doing what we do.
Yep, doing what we do. And if y'all,
these are the conversations that we have when y'all ain't around.
And if you feel like you want to be a part, join the group. Depending on where you're at, where you're catching this live stream at. If you ever just feel like you want to roll through, come on. Send us questions at totalview22@gmail.com, and you can go to the website. Andrea, what's the website?
Totalview22. Why you do that? I've been had me a couple of drinks. So totalview22.com.
Totalview22.com. So you want to catch the past episodes? They are up there, the audio version, the video version. So you don't got to go all over the place. You can go right there.
And Marlena, when you talk about when you're in the kitchen, if I saw my man standing there shaving, take me away. I'm immediately in there. Walking behind him. It's just something about messing with his face and his whiskers.
No, because I'm not a hair person.
I'm not a hair person either. It's just the act of him. It's just the act of him shaving just sends me off. You got to hurry up because we got some stuff to do. We got some stuff to do.
It's football for me. Football fucking.
What about football?
Whatever you want to call it. It's football for me.
Okay.
Like the kitchen is for them. Footballs. It's football for me.
Okay.
When he just sitting around watching football?
It's fucking football.
That sounds good. You say fucking in football?
Yeah. That's, man, you talking about some good stuff right there. That's some good stuff.
Mario, then you can't, you're gonna be in there hollering, how about them Cowboys for real, huh?
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
a scratch cat. I'm a cat, y'all. Y'all know that. I'm a cat. Meow, meow, meow.
Let's get Felicia.
What about the Panthers?
What about the
Panthers?
chemistry?
Meow. I'm scratching back, baby.
There has to be sexual chemistry. There's no sexual chemistry. It's just not gonna work. And that question of what is the man supposed to do if my sexual, I guess, arousement is gone? First off, I don't think my sexual arousement is going anywhere. But if it just so happens to, I got 3 hoes.
Ooh.
What do you mean, girl?
All right then, shit. Okay.
If one hole don't work, I got 3 holes. Let me turn my light on. I got 3 holes. And if one hole don't hold.
HOLES, holes.
Yes, I got 3 holes. Okay. So if one hole doesn't work, I got another one. And if you're not satisfied with that one, I got another one.
I thought you said let me turn the light on because you finna show us your 3 holes.
Oh,
You are seeing one hole right here. I'm using it.
Sir, she said, I got 3 holes. Let me turn the light on. Let me show you something, bitches. Let me show you.
Whoa.
It was sounding
Did you
like
slide to the edge of your seat, Mario?
Yes. Yeah, you want to see trying to get us banned from Facebook? Come on.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, your imagination, let your imagination run wild. But it's one right here.
You better stop that shit. You better stop that shit.
You need a napkin, Mario?
You better stop, Felicia. This is a family
He need
show.
a fucking bib. He
This
need
is
a
a
bib.
family
He don't
show.
need no napkin.
Stop that. This is a family show.
No. You lucky I'm in the middle of doing my hair because I would pick my licorice up and suck the.
He need a bib.
No.
It's down there to say, okay, stop that shit. You're going too far now. Oh. So this question right here asks the question.
Did
How come
everybody
when
answer that question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody answer. Yeah. So this question right here asks, how come when a man cheat, it's his fault? And even when a woman cheat, it's still a man's fault. Why is that, Leah? Why no matter who cheats, we still get blamed for it?
Because the women
don't.
think that it's always the man's fault because men don't have to have a connection with other women. They just go out and stick something and move. But with women, they have to have a connection with that man in order to have a sexual relationship with him.
Not always true. That's why I give a man $40.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to ask you to adjust that price a little bit due to inflation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a little bit more than 40. just a little bit more than 40. So Marlena, you said you don't agree with that. Why don't you?
I don't, because I've never heard that. I always hear that it's the woman's fault.
You do?
Yeah, the woman get blamed for the man cheating. She ain't giving it to him right. She ain't doing this and she ain't doing that. She ain't, I've never heard that the woman that the man gets the blame for it. It's always that the woman gets the blame for it.
So with that being said, let me ask you all this. I mean, I'm asking this. I ain't being traditional Mario. I ain't joking. I ain't playing around. I'm asking a serious question here. In 2022, do y'all women still believe that if I just love him right and I fuck him right and I do all this, he will never cheat on me? Do y'all really believe that?
No.
Hell no. Hell no. A cheater's gonna be a cheater. It don't matter what you do. Don't matter
That's what
you
I'm about to say. I know in 2022, y'all cannot still believe that you could give him the world. You could give him Rome, and he'll tell you, I prefer France.
I learned that my very first time.
Cause I just want to know that, because
I learned that in my very first relationship. I learned that.
I did too.
But y'all understand what I'm saying? You hear so many women say the reason she lost him and the reason he did this because she ain't fucking him right. I'm like, that could be for some men, but the average person, if they're gonna cheat no matter what you give them.
Anyway,
that's right. The whole world consider Beyonce to be like the top of the food chain. Jay-Z cheated on her.
Right.
When people want to throw haterade, they will say when people want to throw haterade, they will say anything to make you feel inadequate. So all that talk about she ain't fucking him right or he ain't doing this right. I mean, it goes both ways because a woman would cheat too, and some women cheat. And some women cheat no matter how good the man is to her, because I know some men who have been very good men to their women and the woman still cheated. So, that goes both ways. So it's not about basically whether they're performing well or not, or whether they're a good mate or not. It's just, if you're a cheat, you're a cheat.
Right.
Yes. Because I've heard women say. I had a woman say to me, I said, why you cheated on your man? She said he was boring. He a Poindexter. I need somebody with some excitement. I said, but why won't you leave him though? Because he take care of everything.
Right.
I'm like, I don't get it. If he bored and all that, and you won't be with the person that moves you instead of the person that don't move you. At this particular point, you wasting that person's time. And truth be told, you wasting your time too.
Yeah.
That person that moves her ain't gonna do all of that. So that's why they're there for the sex and the sex only. Maybe a little conversation.
And hence the whole term "do boy." That's how us do boys form. I need to start an association for that. Cause the guy that y'all are screwing on a regular basis, y'all won't ask him to come over and do shit. Change the damn little battery in your smoke alarm. Cut your grass. But the guy who can't sniff that coochie, can't get nowhere near that coochie, you'll come and ask me to goddamn build you a whole deck in the back.
But she know he'll do it.
Cause
Right.
she know he'll do it because she dangles that in front of him, saying that maybe, if you build that deck, you might, tell you what, come back tomorrow, cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? But the guy who coming through blowing her whole back out, she ain't never even seen his ass in the daytime. She think his car blue. That shit black because she only see it at night. So, you know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy, man, how that works. The good guy, you don't want no part of.
Right.
And I'm sorry if I sound like I was bending a little bit. My bad. Let's keep it moving.
Are you?
Are you okay?
No, I'm just saying.
Are you venting?
I'm
you
just saying that y'all would use good guys. Some women, let me not say all, let me just say some, will use good guys up. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll be the first one to tell you, girl, it's hard. I can't find no good man and shit. You had a good man. You used him to fuck up.
That's true, but it's the same way with men too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I mean, I know.
It is.
It's definitely that way.
Both sexes do the same thing to each other. You got some good ones. You got some bad ones. You got some cheaters. You got some loyal ones. You got some ain't shit ones. You got some ones that's for the streets. You got some that's for you.
But see, this is the thing about that, though. You know, now that women are starting to dish the shit back out to men, they can't take the shit.
That is so true.
I agree with that 100%.
You can't take it.
I agree with that.
Cheated on you, and then as soon as you go cheat on them, now they ain't staying. Well, wait a minute. But you wanted me to stay with you. I stayed.
Yes.
You went through all this apologizing, this, that, and the other. And okay,
baby,
now
I'm sorry. Baby, I'm sorry. I'd never do it again, baby.
Right.
Baby, please don't leave me, baby. Baby. Oh, baby. I love you, baby.
Right. And then as soon as the woman makes that same fucking mistake, oh, he's gone. He has no respect for her. He ain't staying. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's some childish bullshit. You can't take what the fuck you dished out. But you was the one, and in most cases, well, no, not most. In a lot of cases, the man is the one that's doing a whole lot of cheating, and the woman is sitting back and taking it because I love him type of bullshit. But then as soon as she cheat back, he gone.
And I'm telling you, in today's world, the best case scenario is that he leaves you. That's how come double murder suicides exist over shit like that. You know what? I've been doing you wrong for all this time. As soon as you do me goddamn wrong, I'm killing you. I'm killing him. Then I'm putting a pistol in my mouth. I'm going to teach everybody a lesson.
Okay, so that means I should have killed you in the beginning.
Right.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It don't make sense, but all because we felt our own ego got bruised when you've been doing this shit forever. Now she turn around and do it to you. Everybody in the room got to fucking die.
Right.
Which is crazy as fuck.
That's that narcissist type of mind.
I was gonna say that's that narcissist behavior.
Yeah, I could do what I want, but you better not do that shit to me. Bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up. Type of shit.
It ain't funny, but it's
so not real. Funny, but it's more the irony of it all than funny. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, right. Not taking light to people who are in domestic violence or have been in domestic violence situations. No, I'm just saying, you just got to look at it from the outside. If you are the person that's being talked to like that, you got to look at it and laugh. Maybe not to their face, but once you think about it, you laugh because they look like a damn clown.
Okay. All right. So in today's world, we've all had this discussion about how difficult it is to find a mate, and we say for whatever reason, because they got this or they lack this or they lack that. Do you think right now, Andrea, if the man that was for you come up to you right now, would you be able to recognize? No, you so jaded that you wouldn't even give him the time of day. Would you be able to recognize if Mr. Right approached you?
Yes, I believe I would.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Yes, I truly believe that I would, because for one, I know what I've prayed for and I know what I've asked for. All these people and I'll say this, that I've been running into lately, I already know. I pretty much know. Nah, that ain't even gonna work out, but it's just something to do, something to occupy the time in, and that's basically it.
Okay. What about you, Felicia? Would you be able to recognize him, or are you jaded to the point where you just ain't got time for the bullshit from nobody? Even if his name was Jonathan Reitman, would you be able to recognize him?
I believe I would. It might take me a second because, of all of the things that I have gone through and seen, but I would pay attention and see if that's really what I'm seeing. I'm not going to turn it away. I can recognize it.
What about you, Marlena? Because sometimes reason I'm asking this question because we say we want the person, but you've had so much fucked up shit go on. If he did come, would you be open to him and could you recognize?
I could recognize what I'm attracted to. Now, I'm not gonna say that a guy walks through the door and I instantly say, "Oh, that's him," But in the process of maybe having some conversation or whatever, and spending some time together, I may be able to recognize that that's the one. But just a person walking into a room and saying that's the one, or I know he's the one, no, because I don't believe that everything that you see is
what you actually
exactly
see.
What it is exactly what you want it to be.
Right.
Do any of y'all do any of y'all believe in love at first sight?
I believe in attraction at first sight.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely believe in attraction at first sight.
Love.
But for me,
nah.
Love at first sight, no.
Okay. What about you, Ms. Dionetta? Would you be able to recognize Mr. Reitman if you saw him? If you got the chance to know him, or would you not give him? And when I say recognize, I mean sometimes y'all women will shoot men down before he could be good, he could be whatever, but some because y'all so fed up and just don't want to deal with the rigmarole, y'all shoot him down before he even get a chance to get to ask you out or for your phone number or something.
I wouldn't do that. I would hope that I would be able to recognize that person, even though I am a little jaded because of what I've gone through. Mm-hmm. But I still have hope that there's still some good guys. And I know that there's some good guys out there. I've met them. Some of them have not been for me, but I've met them. So yeah, I think I would be able to recognize it. Now, do I believe that there was a time when I did believe in love at first sight, but I don't. I'm with Marlena. I do believe, excuse me, I do believe in an attraction at first sight. Okay. And there may be some chemistry at first sight. But I don't believe in love at first sight. No.
Okay. All right, big bro. What about you? You would you be able to recognize the right woman if she came along?
I don't know for maybe, and then again maybe not, because I say that because we all have our idea of what that perfect person or that perfect love should be like or would be.
True.
But when they actually get introduced to us or come into our life, 9 times out of 10, that ain't the person that we suspected or thought was gonna be the person that we was gonna fall instantly in love with. So,
Right.
so would I recognize her? Probably not. But would I understand if she came in my life? Yeah, maybe.
Okay. And the reason I asked that question is because sometimes we get caught up in the packages so much that you don't even realize that's that one for you. But because the package is not what you thought your ideal person would be, it tends to jade you on it, or because you done been through, especially for the women. I know they go through a lot of junk just to get to, yes, you know what I'm saying, just to get to the goal. They had to deal with a lot of fool's gold, just to get to that point. Man, but for us, it's more so we get caught up on the packages. She ain't got this, she ain't got that, so therefore, and a lot of times we'll let people who ain't got nothing to do with your relationship worry about, ooh, that's your girl or that's your man, and you worried about what them fucking people think. And you finna let a good person go by because they don't physically or beautifully appeal to the people that run in your circle or your family, so you're ashamed of them people. And you let a lot of good people lead your life because of that. But not y'all. Y'all beautiful people. Y'all recognize it, right? Andrea?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, man.
You sound a little desperate there, Mario.
It made me sick.
You do, man. Like I'm gonna change my answer. What you want me to do? Change my answer? Okay, Mario. In that case,
Wow.
no. The hell no.
Oh man.
Because once again, like I said, I've honestly made my list and on that list it is down to the being specific. And so I know that everyone that I come across now, they just something to pass the time by.
Yeah, because you really do have to watch what you pray for.
Mm-hmm.
Careful what you pray for. So
yeah,
when you praying for me, you definitely got to be specific.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember my mama used to say that. Be very specific in what you
yeah,
ask for. Yeah.
Definitely.
So okay, we'll end with this, and we want to thank everybody that has tuned in on the lives and stuff like that, and all the sites that we shared on. I know I shared in some of my groups that maybe I shouldn't have shared in, but either y'all can approve it or not approve. But I did it in a goddamn way. So we'll end with this. I'm gonna start with you, Leon. Let's say love is a given. You got that from a person. Give me 3 other things that should follow love for you when it comes to a person. Let's say you know that she loves you, but what are 3 things she must have to accompany that love for you?
Respect, understanding, and patience.
Okay. Why specifically the patience part?
Because I know for me personally, the things that I'm going through right now, I can be a little testy at times, and I just have to know that, hey, I'm gonna be okay. Just give me a little bit of patience,
As they say, work with me.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. What about you, Felicia? Love is already there. What are the three things that must accompany love?
The love is already there. The three things that must accompany it: respect, honesty, and you must have an income to be able to take care of yourself.
Okay. All right, I got you. What about you, Miss Producer? You got the love. What are three things that must go along with that love?
Most definitely communication. We got to be able to communicate with one another. That's a must. That for me right there is a must. You got, and along with that communication, you got to be understanding that, hey, that I'm human too, and just like you are.
Communication and understanding. What's that third one?
Yes. You just, on the third one, you just make, if you don't have your shit together, you got to be trying to get your shit together.
Okay.
I'll say that.
All right. What about
All
you, Miss
across
Me?
the board. All across the board.
What about you,
In
Miss
every
Meow?
area.
What has to accompany that love? What three things must accompany the love?
Good sex.
Mhm.
We both have to honor each other, and I guess respect and all that stuff comes under that. To honor and respect your mate. I don't know what the third one would be, because they're all so important. I guess communication, because if you communicate, you can learn to compromise and all those other things that come under that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Miss Dianetta, what's your three things that must accompany love?
Love of God. I'm into the communication for sure. And honoring yourself, because if you can honor yourself and respect yourself, then you'll do the same for me.
Okay. All right. For me, I need the person, one, to be reasonable in face of, in doing adversity. Because sometimes people in adversity be saying unreasonable things. I need my man to be this. I need my man to be that. And I ain't saying you can't have that, but be reasonable about what's going on in our life, or the decisions we make when it comes to being with each other. And
Right.
like y'all said, with the communication, if we're constantly on different pages, we're gonna have problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to talk and make sure we on the same page. And as far as I was gonna say sexual chemistry, but I think if we communicate enough, I think we can work that out.
Yeah.
We can work that out. But like Andrea said, I need somebody who I ain't gonna say gotta be walking towards getting their shit together. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to make it up the hill, then I gotta come back down the hill, throw you on my back, and take you up the hill too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Doing double work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want you to, at the very least, you don't have to always be at the top of the hill, but at least let me see you coming up the hill. Let me see you trying coming up here, because it's hard to do what you got to do, then go back and take somebody. And then sometime when we taking other people with us, they don't really want to come.
Right.
So you work extra hard.
Don't I know that?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I know that too.
So you working extra hard to do something, and they don't really want to come. So it's like trying to pull a mule. Y'all know when a mule stubborn, if he ain't want to move, you ain't making a move.
Right, exactly.
And if
So-
you find yourself with a person that don't want to grow and don't want to progress, and and you're on that path to trying to do that for yourself, then possibly that's not the person for you.
Yep.
Right.
I don't
And
care
then
how
when-
much you love them. I don't care
Yep.
how much you love them.
Yeah.
Can you fall in love with someone that you don't have good communication with?
You can. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, will it last? That's something totally different.
Right.
Yeah. But sometimes you gotta love a person enough to know when to leave their ass alone too, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man,
You know, you gotta say I love you, but yeah,
I gotta go.
Yes, I gotta
love
go.
you enough to let you go.
Yep, to
Right.
let you go. Say, look, your particular skill sets and your life goals are better suited with someone else. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, you going on and do that there. So, all right, we gonna wrap it up on that one right there, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Everybody that that stayed and that dropped through, appreciate it. Miss Hostel, my dude Run, Tangi, all the people that stopped there. Don't forget, y'all could go to a totalview22 at gmail.com. You can go to the website totalview22.com. Go there, check it out. You don't have to go all over the place. The audio version, the video version, all that is there. We even got a page for the panelists. You can see them, you know, get a little backstory on them, see what they're about. We got that there as well. Andrea put her heart into that site. So damn it, y'all go there, check it out. So
And ask
with that-
questions.
yes. And if y'all got questions, y'all want to participate, we're gonna try to do this more, but we won't, you know, crowd participation, especially group participation. We need group participation.
Right.
Right.
So if y'all want to talk to anybody specifically, reach out. You know what I mean? We'll get you in contact with them. So big bro
they
Lee
don't-
Jack, what you got to say to the people, Lee Jack?
Yes, reach out to us. We don't bite much or hard.
Unless you want us to.
Unless
Oh my
you ask.
goodness! See the
Yeah,
two men.
bad.
Only
Y'all
the
so
two,
bad.
only the two men would say something like that.
I'm
No, they
just
won't.
saying.
Women to say it too.
Yes.
Yeah, running a little late today, had a prior engagement, but hey, I came through. I made it do what it do, as always.
As always, yes, sir. Miss Fifi, keep your lane. What you got to say to the people before we get up out of here?
Well, I kept my lane tonight. I was kind of quiet. And I hope everybody enjoyed. Thanks for coming in. See you next time.
All right, Miss Producer, what you got to say to the folks?
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the live version of our show tonight. Next time we do a live, we will jump in, send questions or whatever. If it's something that you just need an opinion on, we got you covered. Like Mario said, you can always send your emails, questions, whatever you have to a totalview22 at gmail.com and check out our shows. We are always here. We've been out there for a while. You can always check us out.
Yes, ma'am. Well said. Our cat and feline friend Marlena, talk to him.
First, I would like to say it was good to have our sister, Miss Dianetta, back with us this evening. She has been a bit under the weather, and it was just so good for her to just be back home with us. We love you,
Yes.
and we were glad that you were here tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And meow to our viewers, and thank you so much for coming in to join us. And check us out on all of our different website avenues, and we love having you. Meow.
All right, and Mama D, Miss CC, going on and take us home.
It's always good to be with my Sharon, and I have missed you all, and you've been well missed, and I love you back. I love you more. And thank you for coming into my little playroom with my little rugrats and Sookie now.
Sucky now. All right, y'all, we gonna get up out of here. Thank y'all for hanging out, and we truly appreciate that. And till the next time, people, Total is out.